This is perhaps the easiest topic I've ever dealt with, and that's how precisely the Dems are going to give Biden and what's her name Harris the boot. It's very simple because it's happening right now. And I'm going to tell you how they're going to do it, the reason they're going to do it, the story they're going to give, who's next, what's going to happen, and how this plays into Trump's eventual potential victory. It's up to him. And some other little intervening factors and the like. But first, let me ask you, as always, to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And like my friends, I've obviously telling you right now, we are looking at very, very soon a very serious problem. We're going to be looking at food shortages, labor unrest, strikes, interruptions, drought, oil shortages, cyber attacks, malware, ransomware, panic buying, shortages, globalist predictions, globalist nonsense, World Economic Forum entanglement, Schwab and the Great Reset, farmlands and crops and acreage being bought by foreign companies and concerns and groups of people we're not too sure about. Not only that, the hydro-imperialism aspect and the big three, the holy trinity of life on this earth: food, water, energy. I can help you with the food part. Preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. Go right now and save $200 off of a 3-month emergency supply kit. We're talking a 25-year shelf life, 21 varieties, a 2,000 calorie a day variety, a smorgasbord for 90 days. And we're not talking about, banana chips and prunes. We're talking about delicious varieties of breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, snacks, you name it. Go to preparewithlionel.com. Join the millions of people throughout the years who have said this makes complete and total sense, because I don't want to say the end is nigh, but some serious stuff is nigh. Preparewithlionel.com. All right, dear friend, let me tell you, here's what they're going to do. Number one, Joe Biden will have some type of an event. Nothing serious. He might fall. He might fall and use it in connection with perhaps maybe his past neurosurgery and aneurysms and the like. That could be it. Number two, some form of COVID-3, some variant, something that they pull out of nowhere and out of their arse, where he will, of course, become the victim of this, and he will have to leave, and nobody's going to ask him to stay. But he must have a reason. He just can't quit. He can't say, look, I suck. I'm terrible at this. I don't know what I'm doing. No. It's going to be for something health related, not his age. Not his age. Never. Because then they will have been right. If he says, well, I'm too old, it's like, we told you. Well, yes, we did. You can't say that. So it'll be something very simple. Probably not a fall, but something health related. And what he's going to do is he's going to say, I always promise the American people that if ever I lost my fastball, his fastball, he didn't have a screwball. He was a screwball when he ran with that corn pop nonsense. But he's always going to say, I've always told the American people that if ever I didn't have my fastball, I would step down for the betterment of the country. Now, the question you're going to ask is, what about Carmelita? Who cares? Nobody's even going to care. Believe me, she has been a thorn in the side, this millstone, this horrible yoke. And the Democrats and the donors and the big folks, not the shadow government, but the actual big money donors are saying, who in the hell ever, where did she come from? What is she? Why is she involved? She's gone. She'll toss another word salad. Wait a minute, that didn't come out right. Anyway, she'll say something and nobody will care. They'll give her something like maybe a university presidency, believe it or not, ambassador, vice president. It doesn't matter. She'll be fine. She'll be doing boards. She doesn't want any of this stuff. Never wanted it in the first place. Had no clue. And there were so many good people, so many good women. If you want women of color, women of every nationality, ethnicity, demographic you can imagine, who who are absolutely qualified intellectually, experientially, and practically. Anyway, she's gone. Nobody will believe me. Who is it? John Nance Garner said that the vice president is no more significant than a warm bucket of piss. They later changed that to spit. But so anyway, so Joe gets moved out of the way. They say goodbye with a couple of provisos. Number one, you lay off Hunter. You lay off Hunter, and I'll go without a problem. I'll go without a problem. I'll make it. I'll just. It's just the way to do it. Okay. And something will be done. Consolidation of cases. Consolidation of cases. What I predict is going to happen is two things. Number one, you are going to see the absolute cacophony, a symphony of experts coming forward and saying that Hunter Biden is so drug-addled, so mentally ill, so out of his mind, so deranged, so sick, so waylaid and sidelined by all of this that he is unable to whatever. And you're going to feel bad. He's sick. He's not just a drug addict. He was you. He's got to be careful, because the real story is that they used him. They propped him up and used him as the middleman and the go-between to run interference for his father. This is how sick these rat bastards are. They actually use this sick kid, he really is a child, to do this stuff, to subject him to criminal liability. But that's going to be tough, because then you have to turn to Joe and say, wait a minute, you did that? Now, also, remember one thing. One of the reasons why Joe is really acting up and hearkening and increasing the ferocity, if you will, and the volume of his Sicilian flu routine, namely the confused and befuddled and strange and odd and weird, this weird behavior of his. But the reason why he's doing that is that in the event there's something more than just some, I don't know what the word is, some impeachment out there, he's going to have to get a little insurance to make sure he loses his target worthiness. Because this is the most important thing which you have to think about. Because he right now, he is so up to his neck, up to his eyeballs in criminality. Nobody ever even thought this was remotely possible. This is serious. I mean, serious stuff. So he's thinking a little bit about himself, because there might be some theoretical part of it. It may also disenable him from testifying on behalf of his. Anyway, make a long story short, Joe's gone this far. And by the way, he's not exactly a method actor to come up with this idea of being a wizened coot, as it were, which is precisely what he's doing. So we'll see about that. That's kind of hard to say. But remember what I'm saying. It will be that he is doing the noble effort that he promised. I could go on if I wanted to, but you know what? I've been doing this for 50-something years, and it's about time to let who? As I've said, Gavin Newsom, and Gretchen Whitmer. I forget whether you like her or not. I don't care. People always say, I don't like her, but it's not about you. Who is going to follow orders? Who is going to not get in the way? Who is going to shine? Mike Pence, as drippy and goofy and dreary as he was actually a very good vice president, because there was nothing there. He would never outshine you. Gretchen Whitmer is not that type. She's serious, though, because what the donors want this time is they want to make sure, and the shadow government hot shots, is to make sure that when he speaks, Gavin Newsom or anybody else, any of his adjutants and the like, and his lieutenants, that they know the routine inside and out, that they're able to explain it, that they're not going to go to Lahaina and try to compare almost having lost a cat at a 19-year-old kitchen fire with the destruction of thousands of still missing children. They can't take it anymore. And Gavin Newsom is it. So I've talked to you so many times about that. You know why he's good. But Joe is going, and remember, it's winding down now. They're even asking Carmelita Harris as we speak, what would you do in the event that you had to take over? Well, we always knew that. They're talking about Joe dropping dead. They're actually broaching the subject. So think about that. But it's happening. It's happening. He won't anywhere. He's not going to get anywhere near the convention. He'll be gone so fast, it'll be like he was never here. And in many respects, they say he was never here. All right, dear friends, preparewithlionel.com. One of the smartest things you can ever do is to go there and look and see what you are available to have delivered to your home free shipping, and not marked. Not with any kind of, indicator as to what it is. Why? You don't want folks to know you've got emergency food in the event there's a food emergency. I'm just going to leave it at that. Preparewithlionel.com. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and please, I want to hear what you think. Your thoughts and comments. I love your wisdom and your exchange and your repartee and your reposts and the like. So comment as you see fit.